Did you put Drake at your level?
No.
You're not putting Drake at your level.
No, see, you might be, I could see it in your eyes, you might be confused with the numbers and all of the fake numbers flood the marketplace 50 something. That shit ain't nothing.
This has to be the 7th podcast that Rick Ross is appearing on, you understand? Because there has been so many podcasts that he has been appearing to, talking about, I'm not scared of Drake's album.
Don't nobody fear Drake album release. Nobody.
The fact that what caused their fall off and everything like that. Do you feel like Rick Ross is missing Drake and everything like that? Because he has been appearing in each and every podcast talking about Drake, talking about the career, talking about everything that. Do you feel like Drake was holding Rick Ross' career, like the way that when things started to shift, Rick Ross is starting to see the things and everything like that. That's why he's going on podcast and each and every podcast talking about Drake and everything like that. Because here is a list of each and every podcast. I jotted them down here. You understand? Here is a list of each and every podcast that he appeared on. So first of all, he appeared on Carisha Please, Young Miami, you understand? This one, it was in September 13, 2024. You still remember in 2024, it was the time when the beef had started and everything like that. Ross told Young Miami that the beef started because Drake mentioned him in the things and everything. He mentioned my name. He was like, he mentioned my name. That's a no, a big no from him and everything like that. Don't do that. You understand? And then he said, especially when it ain't about no real stuff and everything like that. He also said that everything, it's just like a beef for him and Drake. And then he appeared lately and everything. I mentioned this appearance in another video where I was talking about the fact that he appeared on Apple Music. On the Apple Music, he was talking about the things that he did. You still remember when he was appearing within the Versus shows and everything like that? Because at the Versus show, he said that can they cut up Drake's vocals and everything like that? Which I love saying everything like that. I should name this show the Everything Like That Show, because we break down everything like that. You understand? So the third one here is the GRM Daily Thoughts on Cooley and everything like that. It was April 15, you understand? Where he was like, homie got a lot of issues he got to address. Isn't the potential in him being real, nigga? He got to decide that, you understand? Where he was talking about Drake and the collaboration and everything that, and the fall off and everything. And the Chloe Radio. He even went to the Chloe Radio recently in May. He was like, we got a lot of cool records. He got checked, he stepped out of line, and this one he was like, nah, he stepped out of line while claiming that he believes that Drake will eventually move past the tension of his own and everything. So he even went on Hot 97, you understand, with Nessa, May 12th, meaning that these dates are just close to each other more than anything. And he even appeared on Page 6 around 15 May. And then he went to Joe and Jada podcast. And then there is also this podcast that was dropped recently where he's talking about Drake again and again. Does this mean that his career is based on Drake's appearance, meaning that Drake's shadow is the only thing that's hindering him from success and everything like that? Because you know Drake and Rick Ross have worked together on so many records and they have the best songs together. So tune in. This is the Notepad. I'm trying to bring you such energy and every time break down such stories and everything, because I'm